Dear students, very good morning. This is Rahul Garg, your maths teacher. Hope you all are fit and fine. And as you all know, from today onward, we are going to start our revision from second chapter, that is polynomials. And this is first lecture of polynomial. So let's start polynomials. So what is the meaning of polynomials? Polynomials are algebraic expressions that includes real numbers and variables. My polynomials is a algebraic expression. तो algebraic expression में दो चीजें include हैं. First is real number and the second thing is variables. We all know the meaning of real numbers, which we have discussed in our class 9th. And what is the meaning of variables? Variables means vary karna, means that thing which will be varying, जो vary करती रहेगी. तो variables एक symbols है जो vary करते हैं, जैसे x, y, z. ये वेरिएबल्स कहते हैं इनको, एक्स वाई जेड को वेरिएबल्स काउंट किया जाता है बिकॉज दे आर कंटिन्यूसली वेरिंग. दे आर वेरिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिचुएशन एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू स्टेटमेंट. नाउ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रियल नंबर्स? रियल नंबर्स इज द कलेक्शन ऑफ रैशनल नंबर्स एंड इरैशनल नंबर. जो रियल नंबर्स है वो दो नंबर से बना है, रैशनल नंबर से और इरैशनल नंबर से. ये हम सब 9th क्लास में पढ़ चुके हैं. रैशनल नंबर्स क्या होते हैं, इरैशनल नंबर्स क्या होते हैं, होल नंबर, इंटीजर, ऑल वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन क्लास 9th. नाउ व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस फॉर पॉलिनोमियल्स? These are the conditions for polynomials. My first condition is power of variables should be a whole number. Now what are whole numbers? Number, counting number plus 0, all are whole number. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, these all are whole numbers. So जो वेरिएबल्स की पावर होगी वो होल नंबर होनी चाहिए. वो इंटीजर नहीं हो सकती, नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकती, फ्रैक्शनल वैल्यूज नहीं हो सकती. मतलब रैशनल नंबर्स अगर मैं बोलूँ कि 2/3, नहीं, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. सिर्फ और सिर्फ वो होल नंबर होनी चाहिए. नाउ द सेकंड कंडीशन फॉर पॉलिनोमियल इज वेरिएबल शुड नॉट बी इन्वॉल्व इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्क्वायर रूट्स और डिवीजन. वेरिएबल्स में डिवीजन नहीं होनी चाहिए, ना ही स्क्वायर रूट्स होनी चाहिए. जैसे x की पावर 1/2, दिस इज नॉट काउंटेड इन वेरिएबल बिकॉज द पावर ऑफ वेरिएबल इज 1/2, दैट इज फ्रैक्शन, एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड स्क्वायर रूट्स. एंड ऑल्सो 1/x. If 1/x, then it is not a variable, not a polynomial, because variable should not be in the division form. अगर ये डिवीजन फॉर्म में नहीं हो सकता तो किस किस फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट करेगा? तो थर्ड कंडीशन है कि जो वेरिएबल्स होंगे, द वेरिएबल्स कैन ओनली इंक्लूड एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन. नाउ polynomial. Poly is formed, the meaning of the polyword is, the meaning of the polyword is more than one, so greater than one. Polynomials means that with that algebraic expression which contain more than one term is known as polynomials. Now second is monomial. Now mono means 1. My mono means 1. So that polynomial or that algebraic expression which contain only single term, only one term, that is called monomial. Here these are the examples of monomial. Here this is ax square, means in monomial first example ax square there is only x square term, and the second example 2x4, this contains x raised to power 4, and third is minus 9m. This is my third example of monomial. Now after that here is binomial. Binomial is formed from the word bi. This bi means 2, means that polynomial which contain exactly 2 terms. That polynomial which contain exactly 2 terms are known as binomial. And what are the examples? Examples are x minus 8. Here we have 2 terms. First is x and the second is minus 8. So this is binomial. And the second example is 5x square plus 2x. This is also a binomial because this also contains 2 terms. First is 5x square and second is plus 2x. Now, degree of polynomial. What is the meaning of degree of polynomial? So the highest power of x means any variable. Here the meaning of x is variable. The meaning of this x is variable. वेरिएबल, तो जो भी हाईएस्ट पावर होगी वेरिएबल की किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल में वो क्या होगी, उसकी डिग्री होगी. नाउ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डिग्री वी हैव डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल. फर्स्ट इज लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल. That polynomial, linear polynomial, is that polynomial whose degree or order is 1. This is called linear polynomial. Example is x minus 8. Now if you check here, what is the power of x? In this, power of x is 0, which is a whole number, because x0 means 1. 8 into 1 is also 8, and here the highest power is 1, and hence this is linear polynomial. Now second example is quadratic polynomial. That polynomial whose degree or order, that polynomial whose degree or order is 2. Examples: ax square. If you check, the highest degree of variable x is 2, and in this my degree is 1 and here the degree is 2, and the highest degree of that polynomial is 2. So this is quadratic polynomial. This is also example of quadratic polynomial. And the third polynomial types is cubic polynomial. That polynomial whose degree or order is 3 is known as cubic polynomial. Then what are the examples? This is the example of cubic polynomial, because here the highest degree is 3. If we check the degree here, this is 2, and in here the degree is 0. So the highest degree of that polynomial is 3, hence this is cubic polynomial. Now after this we will discuss value of polynomial. Now what is the meaning of value of polynomial? If we replace any variable in a polynomial with any real number, if we replace variable in polynomial with any real number, then when we what we will get is known as value of that polynomial. Means if px is a polynomial, this is the way of writing a polynomial, that is denoted by px is a polynomial and k is any real number, कोई भी रियल नंबर है, then real number obtained by replacing x, means this is my variable. The real number obtained by replacing x by k in px, means in polynomial, is called the value of px at x equals k, and this is denoted by pk. This is denoted by pk because we have replaced this x with k. What is the meaning of polynomial? I mean the meaning of value of polynomial. अगर हम किसी भी polynomial में वेरिएबल को किसी रियल नंबर से रिप्लेस कर देते हैं और जो वैल्यू हमें उसको सॉल्व करने पे मिलती है वो क्या होती है, हमारी वैल्यू ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल एट दैट नंबर. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड विद एन एग्जांपल. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस at x equals 2, means this 2 is my k. Now if we want to find the value of this polynomial, then we will replace this x with that k. Here the k is 2. Now this is denoted by f2, or we can say p2. We can also write here p bracket 2, because both are the same meaning, both have same meaning. Now replace this x with 2. This will become 2 square plus 11 into 2 minus 6, and on solving we get 4, 2 square 4 plus 11 into 2 22 minus 6, and this will become 20. This 20 is the value of this polynomial. This 20 is the value of this polynomial at x equals 2. Now our next topic is zero of polynomial. Zero of polynomial means a real number k is a zero of polynomial fx or px if fk equals 0. Means k को जीरो कब बोलेंगे, जब उसकी पॉलिनोमियल की जो वैल्यू है k पे, कोई भी रियल नंबर k पे अगर उसकी वैल्यू जीरो मिलती है हमें, तो वो क्या हो जाएगी, उस पॉलिनोमियल की जीरो कहलाएगी. दैट विल बी द जीरो ऑफ दैट पॉलिनोमियल इफ इट्स वैल्यू इज इक्वल न्यूमेरिक जीरो. नाउ टू फाइंड द जीरो ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल वी जस्ट put the polynomial equals 0 and find the value of x. Say to find the zero of the polynomial, solve polynomial equation. First we will convert the polynomial into polynomial equation by equating with 0. Now the example is, if k is 0 of polynomial this, then find the value of k. This can be also be written in the form that find the zero of this polynomial. Find the zero of this polynomial 2x plus. We simply equate this polynomial with 0 and find a value of x. If we have given k is a 0, it means if we substitute, if we replace this k with this x with k, then the value of this polynomial will be 0. Because this is 0. Here I am using 2 times 0. First 0 means the zero of polynomial, which is also called roots. But roots हम equations की टर्म में बात करते हैं, जो हम quadratic equation में डिस्कस करेंगे, लेकिन 0 हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं polynomial के लिए. तो pk equals 0 and my pk will be 2 into k plus 6 equals 0, and the k will be minus 3. On solving we will get k equals minus 3, as we can say that -3 is the polynomial or is the zero of this polynomial. Now student, here we are discussing one more thing, that number of zeros. If we have linear polynomial, then we have only 1 0. If we have quadratic polynomial, then we will have 2 0, and similarly for cubic polynomial we will have 3 0. I am repeating, for linear polynomial we will have 1 0, and for quadratic we will have 2 zeros, and for cubic 3 zeros. स्टूडेंट इन चीजों को आपको नोट डाउन भी करना है और पॉज करके आपको वीडियो में इन स्लाइड्स को नोट डाउन करना है. नाउ what is the meaning of, what is the geometrical meaning of polynomial? The geometrical means अगर हम कोई भी polynomial का एक ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं, if you plot a graph of any polynomial, then how you will find the zero. To find zero, we will find the point where it cuts the x-axis or y-axis depending on the statement. A zero of polynomial is that point where y equals 0 for px. अगर मेरी polynomial x की फॉर्म में है तो मैं y equals 0 चेक करूंगा. अगर मेरी polynomial y की फॉर्म में से y cube plus y square, then I will check x equals 0, and you all know y is equal 0 on x-axis, and for x equals 0 this lies on y-axis. मेरा जो y 0 होता है वो x-axis पे होता है और x जो 0 होता है वो y-axis पे होता है. तो if we have this graph, then how you have to find the number of zeros. Now this is the graph of a polynomial in the polynomial of x, so we have to check where this is y equals 0, and you know that this is cubic polynomial, then we must have 3 zeros. Let's verify this. For y0 means how many times this cut the x-axis, because x-axis पे तो ये y0 होगा ना. Here if you check, this is my first point where y is 0, because on x-axis y is 0, and this is my second point, so this is also a 0, and this is third point. Now these 3 points are the zeros of this polynomial, so this means we have 3 zeros for this polynomial graph. For this similarly we have 3 points, say first, this is second, and this is third. So we have 3 zeros for this graph. Now if you check this graph, here we have 4 points, first, second, third, fourth. So we have 4 zeros for this, and this is again this is a quadratic equation, because ax square plus bx plus c, and this is known as parabola, which you will study in class 11th. This is parabola, this is called parabola. Now here it cuts x-axis on 2 points, first is this and second is here, so this is having 2 zeros, and in this there is also 2 0, first is here and second is at this, that is called 5. Here this इसमें भी हमारे पास 2 ही 0 हैं, एक -3 पे और एक 5 पे. If you see this is a linear polynomial, because they are here we have only 1 0 which lies on x equals -1. Now this line doesn't intersect x-axis, so here we have no 0. This is having no 0. This polynomial में, इस polynomial में कोई भी 0 नहीं है, number of zeros are 0. Now you have your homework is to complete your 2.1 exercise 2.1 on your homework notebook, and all the notes will be written in the on the notebook, your CW, that is classwork notebook. Every definition and every formula which we will study, which we will discuss in this class, you have to note down on your classwork notebook. Now next topic is the relationship between zeros and coefficient of polynomial. Let alpha and beta are the roots of polynomial px equals ax square plus bx plus c. Alpha and beta, these are called alpha and beta. These are Greek words. These are the symbols and are taken from Greek language. These are alpha, beta, and here we have third also, which is called gamma. We will discuss this in next lecture. And if this is the roots of polynomial, say this is my quadratic polynomial. This is general quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c. Then sum of zeros means, you know, the quadratic equation will have two roots or two zeros. So the sum of these zeros will be alpha plus beta, and this will be equals negative coefficient of x, means this, the coefficient of here x is 2, the coefficient of this x is b, and the divide by coefficient of x square, this is a, so equals negative b divided by a, and the product of zeros, that is alpha into beta, will be constant term, that is c divided by coefficient of x square, c divided by a. If we have to find sum of zeros, this means alpha plus beta is negative b divided by a. Here b and a will be find out on the basis of comparison with standard form or general form of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and the product of 0 is c divided by a. In next lecture we will discuss the proof of this, but this is not important, the proof is not important, and you will do one thing, that आप क्या करोगे कि जो 2.2 एक्सरसाइज के पहले इसका प्रूफ दिया है उसको एक बार रीड करोगे, सो दैट यू विल बी बेटर अंडरस्टैंड द प्रूफ. ओके स्टूडेंट, एंड योर होमवर्क इज 2.1 exercise on your classwork notebook and homework notebook. Okay student, thank you.